Okay, we have begun. Do you wanna sit?
Oh, sure. My goodness. We are on. We are up.
We're on. July is high.
Oh boy.
Hello. June is I smile.
June is I smile.
Okay, September is what's September? September. Isn't that when
September is I loved you.
I loved you? Okay. October. And then when you love someone, that's November.
We are still
right?
making our lists. Please just watch our faces.
Okay, that's
Oh
October.
my gosh.
October is when you love somebody. Oh, and All Alone is November.
Yay, congrats on Standing Day 6, Sumaya.
Welcome, my day, when you love someone. Okay, guys, so the first few minutes of the stream is Kevin organizing his list. Because he still isn't finished.
Yep.
I've had my order for a while now, but I had to reorder today just based on my mood. So, how do you think you need like 5 minutes? Or?
5 minutes is fine.
Okay.
5 minutes is fine.
Hello, welcome. Oof, earbud users beware. I'll try not to scream, but this time we're using a microphone, so I can control like the dynamics of the song.
Oh, it's gonna sound so much better than the Luna one. I could barely listen to that stream. Just like, wow, we sound so bad. No, just like because
like the song?
No,
or
no,
like
no, no,
we
no, no.
sound bad?
We could just overall the mic on the laptop was
Right.
just not up to par. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Yeah, how is the dynamic
Yay,
level, everyone?
What can
Is
I
it?
do?
You feel like you need to turn up your earbuds to listen?
Oh wait, do you have an iPhone charger?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, maybe. I'm not sure. No, I don't have the cord.
Okay, I need a.
The actual charger.
Huh? You don't have a cord?
I have the charger, but not the cord. Do you want to just write down your order real quick?
Yes.
Is your Always carry around a notepad if you're a YouTuber. You never know when things are gonna die. You have to put the volume all the way. Okay, so I can turn up. Okay, I'll turn up the volume here. Hello. How does this sound? Give thumbs up or thumbs down. If it's loud enough, thumbs up. Okay. Oh, not louder.
Are these different opinions?
Yes. We're getting lots of turn up. Okay, it's better now. Okay, because I'm going to be singing along, possibly belting, but I'll just like turn away from the camera when that happens. Okay, yay! Okay, I can turn it up even more. Okay, we're getting good. Oh, I see, yes, those who are studying while watching this live stream, just turn it down. Oh, the music is supposed to be in the background. Kevin's still ordering. Kevin is still ordering his review songs. That's okay. So, because right now he's playing music on his phone, but we'll be playing.
If the phone one is this audible, I don't know, man.
This is how we're gonna.
That's October, right? When you love someone?
Yes.
That is when you love someone.
But we're gonna have to talk over it. How does it sound, guys? Yes.
That is.
And then we can turn down or turn up. You can't find the Patreon link. Oh no. If you just go to the Patreon website and just type in React to the K, we should pop up. But I will paste one in the chat just for you. Darling friend. Na, 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 to me, hey. Oh, of course my internet is hella slow because of the... Okay, yay! Yeah, so just for your information, guys, the reason why we are using a speaker and not just like dragging a music video onto screen is, one, because we're going to be pressing play and pause and play and pause and messing with volume a lot in order to comment on it, because this is more of a review since we know the song so well. At least I know the song super, super well. He's still kind of first listening, or maybe like fifth listening to some of the songs.
Correct.
He says correct. And
some more than others, obviously.
Second reason why we aren't using like music video streaming the songs right onto the stream is because I've heard from other YouTubers that they have gotten their live streams taken down because they were using the copyrighted music. So this is like protection because maybe the computer can't hear it.
There goes my phone. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to a few of them. Can you
Wait. Which ones do you need to listen to?
Well, there might be some back and forth on the...
Okay. Well, let me... Okay, guys, we're still ordering. Sit down.
My goodness.
Which song?
Trash. Let's do... Okay, December. I Like You. Oh, this is just the neutral list. I'm like,
yeah, this is just in order.
Why is it in order?
Do you want me to skip to the chorus?
Skip to the chorus. Yeah, we're just listening to it. Oh yeah.
I haven't seen his list yet, so I'm gonna...
Shit.
I'm not gonna look.
Can I listen to I Smile again?
Yes.
I have an idea.
Or I can sing it for you. Can I serenade you?
I definitely need some harmonies.
Smile.
Yeah, okay. I'm very close.
Okay, you're so close.
Okay. Dab. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I didn't mean to dab. I'm just hiding.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I have 2 more.
Okay.
Okay, I need September and October.
Okay, this is one of them.
When you love someone.
Oh.
Oh yeah. This is the da 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 da. You know. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know where this goes.
I'm so excited, guys, because when we did the Luna live stream, I already knew his order and he already knew my order, and we had already talked about it, but I have no idea what his order is. I don't know whether he knows what my order is or not.
No clue, because, yeah, I actually have no idea.
Okay, and now I think this is November.
Yeah, comment on your favorite.
Wait, you needed September and October or October and November?
September.
September? Which one is September? That's...
I loved you.
Oh.
See, there's I loved you. There's I like you. There's.
Wait.
Only Every Day6 tracks.
Only title tracks, like.
Wait.
The
Oh yeah.
says. Read the description, y'all.
Go to the verse again. Oh yeah, it's this one. Ooh. Okay, we're just, I know the general area, but like. Yeah, let me just listen up to the first chorus again. Every Day6 was so genius. Okay, I need to get to the end of the first chorus, and then I'll know everything.
I Need Somebody is not a title track.
Oh man, okay. Okay. Let's do this.
Okay, you have your order?
I think I have my order.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are y'all ready?
This is so ugly. We're still going in month order.
We're
right?
going
That's
in month
definitely
order.
the
So
way.
we are going January to December, and we're just doing title tracks, meaning the ones that came out with the music videos. We will do B-sides in the future. The problem is he hasn't heard all of them, and we're saving that for the main series reactions. And so basically...
So the B-sides of the Everyday 6?
Yeah.
We still have some we have to react to?
Yeah.
Oh my
You've only
gosh.
heard snippets of Pouring and whatever, but those are the two Everyday
Okay.
6 ones that we have to react to.
Okay. I mean, I know it's like Man in a Movie is one of them. And
Yes.
yeah, man. Some of those B-sides, man, they're so good.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So the way that I'm ordering... Hello! The way I am ordering my songs is that I am basing it off of how much fun do I have harmonizing to the songs.
Oh my gosh.
Can I sing the song? Because there's actually a song that's out of my range and lower on the list because of that. So of course, like, this is very, very biased and such. And then I'm also basing it on, of course, like, my current mood, because my order of these songs keeps switching up. Like, tomorrow they'll probably be different. But this is just my order today, and based on the mood that I'm in, based on the weather, you know, based on the amount of times I've been recently listening to a song. And you're just basing them on just...
They're more heady, they're more analytical, but at the same time, I recognize that there are certain songs, for instance, that use kind of really cool chords, but they don't end up higher on my list because I think what really sets Day6 apart, and there was that one tweet where like, Umu made me guess a song, and I knew it was Day6, and it was because of their melodies. And I want to just preface our list by saying Day6 has good melodies and great melodies. Okay. Yeah, and I don't think any of their melodies are bad because they just have this knack for melodies. And you know, you can say the rock outfit is what sets them apart, but there are other rock outfits in K-pop, and you can say that, oh, it is the Every Day6 thing that they did that sets them apart and made them more famous. But I think at the end of the day, there are songwriting chops that they do, that they have, that are just so, the more I listen, the more I enjoy what they have to offer to the K-rock or K-pop table. So yes, I will do the same thing as I did with my Luna list, which is saying up until which one and above are the ones that I love, or the ones I really enjoy. Well, I need to count because there's so much.
I'll go first.
Yes.
So I love every single release. I love all of them enough to own all of them. So even if I start getting critical on like my 10th, 11th, and 12th favorite, I still like it enough to sing along and own it.
Nice. That's great. I sadly cannot say I love all of them.
Okay.
But however, I love out of the 12. So yeah,
I think I know which one's your 12th. Do you know that I know?
Do I?
Did you tweet about it today?
No.
Oh!
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that tweet is not, it's not something negative. In fact, I love that Kanye song too, so. All right, my top 7 are the ones that I love. There
and
are
then
5.
the other ones, like, you will never listen to, or you just
No,
won't listen?
I'd say like a few of them are still good, but then you get to a point where the last few are ones that I just find a little bland.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've cried listening to my top 5. The rest I have not cried listening to, but I like enough. Okay, we ready to get started? January, we start off very strong so
with
freaking
I
strong.
Wait.
So strong.
Yeah, that definitely shook me when I just started doing the listen, because I did it in the month order, and I'm like, I Wait is January, man. But it makes sense because they announced this project, and of course they're going to start strong. But I Wait is... Oh, it's on your phone.
It's on my list.
Okay. No, I saw something that made me think. But I don't know where I Wait is, and that is...
Okay, so you guys tell us, do you want us to say what order, like, of the song? So let's say that we're about to do I Wait. Do you want us to wait to say which number it is on our list after we analyze and review the song, or before we analyze and review the song? So comment before or after.
I think we should do after. We listen through it.
I want to see what they think.
Okay, sure.
And EXID is not on Patreon yet because I got tennis elbow on both my arms, so I've been doing absolutely nothing. Okay, after. I've been doing absolutely nothing for the past few days. I haven't been able to edit anything because I've been in so much pain. So that's why EXID is not on Patreon yet, but I'll try to get it after this live stream is over. I'll start editing. Okay, we got most afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just play the song and start talking about it? Or okay.
Start talking about it.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you've seen the reaction. This was the first Day6 reaction we did.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I mean, no, Letting Go was first, but it was...
No, congratulate... Oh, was
no,
that
it was
second?
Letting Go and I Wait. That was the initial pairing.
Was it?
Yes, absolutely.
And then it was Congratulations and You Are
I.
Beautiful. I thought that was the first. I can't remember my own thing. Okay, anyways. So we come in, we have this very, very distant, echoey dun, 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 and it's syncopated. And then Jay comes in with this very, very, like, it's distant sexy.
Distant sexy.
Distant sexy.
Longing, almost. The type of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, it's technically a quarter tone flat. He doesn't quite hit it, but who cares? Because it's aesthetic as fuck.
Right, and then on top of that, we have like this syncopated guitar line and drum set. Very gentle drum set. I think he's playing maybe with the side of the snare, because we aren't getting like the actual drum sound. It's just more like metallic. Letting Go and I Wait reaction was first. Okay, thank you. I can't remember anything.
You can't forget your first Day6 song.
And then the it's just so classic.
So breathy. Those chords are something else.
Okay, so those chords on the what you doing? What you doing? Fake. Weird.
Yeah, they're pretty weird. It's not quite circle of fifths, even though it's like copy and paste circle of fifths. As in, like, two of them are like, okay, this is circle of fifths, but then they move somewhere else and they do more third circle of fifths.
Yes, and this new section of the song, it's just a perfect build. Like, you change the rhythms, but not the instrumentals necessarily, but it's just flowing so nicely, and it's great variation from the very beginning. Yeah, because now they're starting to sing more through their phrases.
Yes.
Drum set and basses in.
It does sound jazzy. It's a jazzy sound.
I freaking love that bass part. That bass part, it moves so much. It's one of my favorite bass parts in not just K-rock, but like K-pop in general.
Yeah.
It, boom, 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 boom. Like, it just flows so nicely and moves around everywhere and is like in front in the mix.
So what makes this song for me, and you can, I'll just say it's ranked pretty high. Yeah, it's ranked pretty high on my list. And the reason is because you start off with like a synth pop vibe. You go into like a jazz pre-chorus, and the chorus is just a solid rock jam. And all of the elements work together so well. And it is quite awe-inspiring.
Right, okay, and now that we're going into the chorus, I'm a sucker for slides, like vocal slides. I said that so many times, whether it's bending pitch up or like slurs, like something like that. And this was a lovely, lovely lead in to the chorus where we have, pa, and we have like the percussion hit not on the downbeat, which is weird, but it works so well. What happened? What happened? No, please don't tell me you're playing on my earbuds.
How are they fighting?
My earbuds, AirPods. My AirPods and speaker might be fighting right now.
Okay.
Please work.
Speaker ain't working. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Okay, it's connected. You got this. You got this. Technical difficulties, I'm gonna turn my speaker off and then turn it back on. And hopefully, right before the chorus, I'm sorry to leave you guys hanging.
Yes, this is going to be uploaded later. Oh my god. Sorry, guys.
Okay, wait. Let's go back before the chorus. Also, another reason why this is also high on my list is because it's so fun to harmonize to. Like, I might, if I go to a concert and I sing along, I'll be harmonizing in thirds. I won't be singing the melody. I'll be harmonizing. No! Come on. Oh, that's too far. Ah, wait! I love that moment. They just wait, hit, sync rip.
Yeah.
It's so detailed, so creative, and this whole thing, like, they could have gone with like constantly ba 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 ba, but no, like little moments like that, little rhythmic interruptions, and harmonics since they have the synth rip. I mean, keyboard rip. It's just good shit. And we're back.
And the instrumentation the second time is different.
Yeah, we didn't have the drum set before during this part.
Yeah, it works.
And hear that guitar come in, that dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
That's new too. And of course the vocal melody. And the best. And I love the change in texture here, because the background instrumentals before, they're quite in your face, but now they bring it back and it's so floaty.
Mm-hmm.
It's bass. That attitude, young K. Oof. Yeah. So fun to sing. It never gets old.
Yeah, halftime. This proves that. Oh, okay. Halftime sections don't have. I mean, yeah, like doing a halftime thing doesn't have to be an entire section. You can do it for 2 beats, and it could be the most effective thing ever. Dun 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 dun. You know.
And especially like once you get to know the song better, where you can like bang your head to that part. I mean, it feels great.
Oh yeah.
New progression.
Filtered voice.
Bass. Because now before we had like a pretty syncopated bass, and now he's just hitting on every downbeat and just holding out the note for a full count. Wait, dun. Was it like 4 beats? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we of course we have a new progression. So it's just, I love Day6 and their bridges because they don't always change the dynamic level. They keep the same instrumentation, but they choose to use different rhythms and different progression. Therefore, it's just like going into new, like if you're in a house, they're stepping into a new room instead of just like going up the stairs or like going outside.
Or different sound effects like the filtered voice.
Yeah. And also the fact that Dowoon is now going crazy on the cymbals. Or is it the hi-hat?
No, cymbals.
Cymbals, yeah. Octaves?
No.
No.
Like fifths or
harmonies. And they don't change much in the third chorus. I don't think they change anything at all.
Right.
But since the bridge was so different and kept the energy up.
Yeah.
They also have the outro to differentiate this chorus from everything else.
Ah. Yeah, a good instrumental outro can make a song way better.
And then all the instruments end except for the very last cymbal crash. Because sometimes percussionists have to like be really quick to dampen the sound, but I like that the cymbal sound lasts after everyone cuts off.
Well, yeah, it's meant to sound very spacious, and I think the cool thing about this instrumental section is it just showcases how powerful the rock band outfit really is, and you don't even need a crazy guitar solo to create a really atmospheric and great instrumental section.
Yes.
Yeah. It just continues the energy, and the guitars are basically just playing the same thing twice, but it's utilized so well here.
Yes. So, ready for you go first.
Really?
Yeah.
This is 2.
Hey, 2.
Yeah, this is my second favorite Day6 release. Now, what is 1? That is the question.
I mean, we've agreed that.
No.
Did that one song?
No.
It's not.
It's not. It has completely changed. Nothing will prepare you for my list. Nothing prepared me for this list.
I'm so excited for his list because we've both like had "I Wait" and one other song as like our very top songs for a very long time. So yeah, "I Wait" is our second favorite, but mine often switches. "I Wait" sometimes number 1, "I Wait" sometimes number 3. It just honestly depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Okay, second release ever, "You Were Beautiful." Okay, anything to say before we go and dive into it?
This is one of those songs, and there are so many songs that are like this that Umu play for me in the car, and I remembered all the melodies, but it took like that listen to be like, oh, this is the one. Now I can actually listen to it and be like, this is know where it is in the Every Day6. It's just it made me realize how necessary this listen through was. Yeah.
Okay, and this one, for you guys to get an idea of where it is on my list, it's too low in my range to sing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm quite biased.
I'm so biased.
I will not say where it is on my list until we finish.
Okay, let's go.
Chromatic.
I didn't notice that before. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, just 1.
On 1. So we have a kick drum kick on the second measure of the song, which I did not notice until very now. I usually pay attention to the chromatic descending line and then like the wood block, super echoey wood block.
Yes.
That's cool. Snaps. Slowly.
I mean, come on, that first melody right there. That's such a great start. Like what, is this a jazz bar?
Phrasing.
What is happening, right?
I can't sing that low. Okay, now that we're moving more now that the drum set is in.
Oh my gosh.
But we're keeping that chromatic descending line.
Yeah.
Thickening the texture with background vocals. Yeah.
I just think, I think the very diatonic, which means within one scale, the very diatonic melody combined with the chromatic descending line is what makes this song so magical. Like anyone can write that, well, kind of, but combining it with that descending chromatic line, it suddenly just has a power. It's like I am holding the keys to the key.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty good. And then the instruments are doing their own chromatic thing, but I'm here to ground the thing and tell you guys what key we're actually in. And it's quite powerful.
I was gonna say the da 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 da. Just I've seen so many live performances of this song and how Day6 decides to phrase things differently, have a different climax on different notes at different times, and I think this melody and rhythm, the rhythms allow them to do so many different things.
This is the one where you talked about how there was a live performance.
Yes, and I didn't like the
phrasing.
phrasing.
Where they phrased, and I think
da, 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 da,
yeah, because of the original song, they actually go into their falsetto range.
Da, 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 da,
yeah, they belted.
Okay, was like yeah.
They belted out in the live version, and Umu didn't really like the way it's phrased, but I thought it was very good. It's very different and very good.
And the reason why I didn't was because at least French horn, we're taught. Oh, I think it's all classical music. You're taught.
Not necessarily.
Okay, well then my studio, my teacher, my professor has taught us to create very long phrases, short, choppy phrases. Not the best. You need to look at the big picture and go up to that and then fall down. Okay, I'm so sorry. I tried to turn away. I'll turn away more next time I scream. Anyways, but yeah, so the fact that you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Da 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 da, ice cream cake. But since they were phrasing with such short phrases, that's what bugged my training. But of course, I don't hold that against them because it is phrasing, and that's what you do when you perform.
Yep.
So, okay. And it's pop phrasing too, so different rules than classical music. This chorus is so fun to sing too. Honestly, if I ever when I need to get warmed up to sing, because I'm like a sing while doing dishes and people aren't home and sing in the car type of person, this is a song that I go to. Because it just da da da, that's like mid-range, and you can easily belt the notes out.
Okay, now I'm confused where it is in your rating, because
I told you I really love all 12 of the songs.
Right, interesting.
But I might be more tired of some than others.
Yeah. Oh, how about that minor 5? Yeah, pause it. So the second half of the chorus, you have these two chords. We have a 1, we have a minor 5, which is already magical enough, but then they bring back the exact same chromatic progression from the verse to almost, draw it and complete the song, and it's so great. Minor 4.
First thing that I'd like to say is that, so you have the chorus, they're copy pasting the melody. I like melodies that develop and don't repeat.
Well, I think when Day6 copy things, it's
different enough because the totally different vocal timbres are singing.
But the chords,
chords are the same.
The chords are the same, but I wouldn't mind experiencing the difference between the major 1 and the minor 5 as many times.
Yeah, but that's just me being nitpicky. Do you hear that bass? Climbing up. The harmony is moving so slowly.
That's weird, the song is slow.
But it isn't like changing every beat.
Yeah.
Bass.
Yeah.
Whoa. And now we are taking the exact same verse melody like we did before. Some of Day6's songs, they have a totally different thing in the second verse. But this one's the same. But
wait. But in the chromatic, the instrumentals, the first time I think, they only use 2 notes of every chord. So they use A and C, and then they should plane it downwards. Yeah, well, it's tenths because there's a
octave
distance. Okay. Yeah, but here, the second time, they actually add that middle note to complete the triad, and it's fuller.
Okay, so slight change, but still same vocal melody.
Yeah.
Because that's what I mostly listen to. Oh, and then this time we have the piano. Boom, pa, boom, pa, boom, pa, boom, pa.
those vocal harmonies.
Day6 is so good with vocal harmonies. That's why they're like one of my favorite groups. I love that little piano line right
Hi, Alex. Thank you. A little quiet. It's a little loud.
Ba 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 ba. The piano.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're octaves. They're octaves. Yeah.
It changed both times.
Oh, that's such a great chord. It's a first inversion in E flat minor in an E flat major song.
It adds that tinge of sadness, you know.
Come on, this song is pretty sentimental in general. This song is pretty sad. It is a sadness. Yeah, my belief is that there are certain songs where if you don't change the melody, and repeat it, it just adds to the power. It adds the staying power, adds the gravitas of it.
I respect your opinion, and I feel like almost all songs needs to change.
Sure.
And we take away the bass, we take away the guitar, and it's just piano, drums, and vocals.
And it's a first inversion chord, which means the root. Yeah. Okay. Just quick. First inversion means that
there are three notes.
There are three notes. There's the one that basically is the root of the chord. So like C major, the root would be C. E flat major, the root would be E flat. Now when you take that note and put it somewhere else, another note from the triad becomes the bass note. And that's what we call a first inversion.
First inversion.
Basically, without like plants, without the roots, it becomes less stable. It becomes a little less strong.
Deep.
And that's a perfect thing to do at a bridge, where like we have new material being introduced, and we don't know where the song is going.
It's just harmonic sidestep, not necessarily into a different key, but it's just we're prolonging something different. Oh, now we have bass. Crescendo. I love that moment because Younghae is going up, na na, and then we have one period go, na na na, and they end on the same exact note. And because I feel like out of timbres, Younghae and Wonpyo have the most similar, because they have very strong, belty, clear sounds. It matches perfectly. And this is something in classical music, at least with French horns, you're taught to do long tones and perfect fade outs, no shaking, so that if you're an assistant principal, so there's 4 French horns, but sometimes there's a 5th one to support the first horn if their chops get tired, and the assistant principal and first horn need to know how to seamlessly connect so that audience has no idea the other one started playing. So this, I felt like, was a perfect transition between the vocalists. Good fade out and fade in, and good, well, they sing it too, yeah. Ah, flat.
And the bassist comes in. Yeah, see, Umu's jamming, but when I hear this song, I just go like, I just can stare into space and be totally content. It's a great outro. It's another great outro.
So actually, in a past first listen, Kevin and I were talking about displacement of rhythm, of when like you have the exact same rhythm, but it falls different time, or measured downbeat. So if you have 4 beats in a measure, and if a note happens on a downbeat, like you accent it more, or if it just happens in the bar, and then it keeps changing. And so this da 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 da, it's so syncopated. It's just like emphasize different moments, and I like how it matches with just the heavy downbeats in the piano.
Mm-hmm. I'm checking my hair just because I don't know.
It's weird.
It's
At least
weird.
they aren't seeing the back of your hair.
Oh, okay.
So for this song, like I said, again, I love all of the 12 releases, and this just happens to be one that I'm a little tired of.
Okay.
Because I came a Day6 fan, I think, of 1 or 2 months. I think I came a Day6 fan when I'm Serious came out. So yeah, I've been listening to this song for a very, very long time, and I've been singing to it for a very long time. Oh, 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. How can I say that I'm serious? So yeah, this is number 10 on my list.
Number 10. Okay. This could be the biggest.
Is this
gap.
number 1?
This is number 1. This is my favorite Day6 song out of this project.
Okay.
The title tracks. Yum.
That's the biggest gap we've ever had.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's like an icon. If you want to introduce Day6 to someone, you have to at least show them this.
I think I Wait and this one are like good the 2 sides of Day6. Yes, this is number 1. All the things I've said about the gravitas, it's when, you can't explain when a melody is repetitive and when I get tired of something, but sometimes something is very repetitive and I can just listen to it forever. I can listen to this, like the 10-hour version or like a 1-hour version of this. I probably, compared to other cancerous 10-hour videos, I would totally go through this and be totally content. A 10-hour day of healing just listening to this song over and over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Let's move on to How Can I Say March release. So this one, I have to be in a certain mood to enjoy.
Interesting.
Because it's upbeat and angsty, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like it's one of their more loud songs, of course, like with the loud drum brief. What a drum thing at the very beginning, just starting off with that. Very loud dynamic. This
is the one that's I Hate Me Now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before we even start listening to this, I think this is a little too similar to I Wait. We start with, it's in the same key, and we, I hate me now, and the chorus, da 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 da, with the I Wait, da 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 da. It's all on the same note. And that may or may not reflect my final rating. You may be surprised. We'll see.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Just.
Ooh.
It catches your attention from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And like the harmony is already moving. If you listen to the guitar, like it's starting to go up.
Synths again.
Syncopation.
But it's low synths compared to the I Wait synths.
And then I love that little that like little background ditties that they add in. And young castle sexy. Like already in that very first two phrases, we have so many like little background interjections that I never get tired of. Because sometimes I don't listen to them, and sometimes I do listen to them, and it's fresh every time.
Chromatic.
And the fact that Wonpil's voice is da 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 is when all the other voices join in with him. Before, the instrumentals were very separate, and then everything plays together.
And you got that razor synth, they call it. Yeah.
Distortion on the guitar.
Okay, I like how the chorus starts while the vocal harmonies are still on their last note. I think that's something that's so good, and it showcases just, you know, you can't have multiple people singing at once.
Oh, they do.
Halftime.
Now, okay, so like
Halftime.
ever since you mentioned that this is similar to I Wait, I was like, okay, so far they're going, you know, pretty steady, and then they also have the rhythmic interjection at this section of the chorus.
Also, the pre-chorus is always the most harmonically interesting. Well, I wouldn't say interesting. The most harmonically adventurous section. Even though I still think the one in I Wait is way weirder. But the one here is pretty commendable too. The chromatic stuff. It's awesome.
I feel like also with this song, it's a wall of sound. It's a wall of thickness with all the guitar just constantly strumming and like, you know, this very constant drum beat.
It's something that I wish I Wait had more of. There are a few Day6 songs where I have talked to you about the mixing of Day6 and the earlier songs and how sometimes I feel like they're a little too vanilla, a little too poppy, and a little too not distorted enough. And this song is one that hits the correct spot, or the right spot. I don't want to use the word correct. Hit the sweet spot.
Hey.
Yeah.
How can I say? Oh, I love this. The percussion taking a break and then just hitting when the note changes. It's such a breath of.
We've hit quarter time, guys. Quarter time. And halftime, quarter time.
Does that even exist?
Well, it's just whole notes. It's just basically one note per measure.
Okay, quarter. I see what you mean. And I love how, like, with the transition between One Piro and Young K, we have the drum fill, which is really fun.
Even the verses, where the instrumentals are more sparse, it still feels very beefy. The sound is just so strong, and I really like it.
This is also another song where the second verse is the same as the first verse, but I don't know why I like the fact that it repeats more than in You Were Beautiful. I think maybe perhaps because this is a faster moving song that it doesn't bug me as much, but I don't know. Bass. This is actually one of the few Day6 songs that I actually like singing the melody instead of harmonizing.
It's a hard one to harmonize. Like, it's not
It's hard
fun.
to harmonize.
So we have so many octaves and stuff. That's pretty close. It's a little out there, but yeah.
Because, like, it is diatonic in the vocals. Wait, pause before this amazing bridge. But I find it more fun to sing along to this. Because it is belting the whole time. Na, 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 na. Is it belting? No, that's head voice? Head voice? The whole time. But since it's, like, moving around so much, I find it more fun to sing than na, 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 like, longer and slower phrases.
Sure.
Okay. Oops, I accidentally lowered.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, that's not the chord.
Sorry.
Yeah, da da. That third note is very interesting. It's half diminished, I think, or maybe either half diminished or first inversion E major, which are both really cool. They're like Dorian-ish.
Right. Yeah. And then also, during this bridge, it's almost lament bass.
Yes.
Because lament bass is what I was saying. Da da da.
I'd say it is a lament bass.
Just tetrachord.
Yes.
Not
I'd say
bass, lament bass has it lowered.
Yes, it does have it lowered, but because of the note that they have raised, I will argue that this is still a lament bass. Because
argue with our theory teachers.
I think they might. I could write a really good 3 to 5 page paper on why this is still a lament bass.
Okay.
Yeah, functionally.
Anyway, so yet again, we are stepping into another room for a fantastic, different
Bridge.
The progression. That's the word that I was looking for. Another thing that I think is so creative about Day6's vocal writing is that they oftentimes have two totally separate melodic lines going on. So with this one, I don't love you no more, and then one Purl is singing over that with something totally different. And choose your weapon? Is that the thing? Choose your weapon. Sing the background vocals or sing the main melody.
Choose your weapon, pick your poison. Yeah, that's
Is that the saying?
That.
Okay.
Yes.
Well. I love that leading tone. It sounded like leading tone.
You're talking about the bass or the melody?
Progression.
Oh, okay.
That.
It almost sounds like it speeds up. Maybe it does speed up by 1 or 2 BPM. It's possible.
At the very end.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, so I love the lyric writing. How can I? Instead of saying say, it's just like in Cat Stevens' Moonshadow. He said, basically, he's talking about if I had no blah, 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 then I wouldn't be able to blah. So like if I couldn't have any feet, I wouldn't be able to walk. So he said if I couldn't have any lips, then I wouldn't be able to. So and here they said, how can I? Because they're talking about how can I say, but how can, and they leave the say out. Yeah.
Oh.
So I thought it was creative lyric writing.
Oh, cool. I'm sure Cat Stevens meant diss, because lips are meant for dissing. Okay, moving on.
Okay, what's this ranking for you?
Oh, I'm going first again?
Yeah. 4?
Where do you think it is?
5.
It is 5.
Because you just went 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay. What originally would you think? Because of the warning, because of the warning that this song is very similar to I Wait. You know, I initially thought, wait, this is gonna be pretty low, I think. But as you know, when I listen to it, it's first of all the melody writing is still spectacular, and second of all, the sound is different enough from I Wait.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's a different emotion.
Yeah, and overall it's just more energetic, and yeah, it's a different mood. Yeah, you got to be in a different mood to listen to this than I Wait.
So this one actually switches often. I know it's a big leap, but this switches often with You Were Beautiful. Like I said, my ordering depends on my mood. Today I'm very, and You Were Beautiful is just such a relaxing song that you can still jam to, like I did earlier on. So this is number 6 for me.
Okay.
And yeah, they sometimes switch, because sometimes I can't listen to this because I'm like, oh no, I'm not feeling it, But yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
5 and 6. See, that's a much closer gap than the last one. 10 and 1.
I'm not gonna get over that. Okay, this one is I Am Serious.
I think after we go through 6 songs, we should recap like where it is in our ranking.
Yeah. For new viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's just grooving. This is
groovy.
Like one of the more like upbeat, laid back. This is like summertime. Well, it's exactly what the music video is. It's you got the car roof down and you jamming.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do they have the car roof down?
It's awesome.
Yes, they have the car roof down in the music video.
Mm.
Yeah. So this is a vibe. This is actually a mood that I'm not often in.
Interesting. I'm very often in this mood.
We might have another gap one then.
Not really. You'd be surprised.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember your reaction to this with Yoongi. It's on Patreon.
I don't remember my reaction to this. This is one I've forgotten. Oh my god. Minor 5, so minor dominant, major dominant, and tonic never gets old in minor key. And Day6 knows how to use it perfectly. And they always add an interesting melodic line over it. That's the thing. They never use chords for the sake of just like, oh, we're going to stick this chord in and make our melodies just the most repetitive poppy thing ever. Even their more repetitive melodies, and there are some coming up, then even their more repetitive melodies, they feel like there's a lot of heart into them. But again, just the way they pick their chords to suit the melody, and the way they pick the melody to suit the harmony is always so good. And minor dominant, major dominant 1 is one that I can't get enough of.
Right, and then talking about instrumentation and like background vocals, again, they're playing with like the and like whoop, like sound effects, and then of course, woo, wait, whatever they just did, that part. They still have amazing basses to their song. Oh, and the bass part is moving a lot in this one too. Oh no! Being dead. What?
Rip Years. Yeah, of course, great.
String sound. It adds like a really itchy timbre.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion.
The chorus is pentatonic, and it adds a really light. You know, with pentatonic, you don't have such things as dominant, which means there's nothing that there's not as much tension, which really fits that summery vibe. You're not going anywhere. You're just cruising.
Right. And then on top of that, this is where we switch. He's playing a tambourine now, right? No, he's not.
Might be a very quiet. It's like a very quiet tambourine. Yes. Again, I have to slightly nitpick about Day6's mixing. Like that tambourine should be brought out more. Yeah.
Or it might. Are you sure it isn't just hitting the hi-hat? It's either hitting.
It
a
sounds
hi-hat
enough
or
like a tambourine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixing. So one complaint about the melody, like they're doing new original content and their melodies have motion, but also da 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 da. There's an awful lot of da 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 da, and yeah.
Hey, summery vibe songs, it's okay. I
summery
love
vibe
it.
songs, you can stay on one note.
I think so, yeah. It's not just limited to summery vibe songs, but again, there are times when you can stay on one note and it sounds great. And Day6 has a lot of those. It's another one of those things where you can be repetitive with your sections, but with Day6 you can also be repetitive with one note, and sometimes it's great.
Yeah, especially since like here they have that fun da 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 da, and especially like the way that they end the notes, like it changes everything. New second verse, arpeggiating the guitar, and now the bass is back in 1 1 1 1 na na na.
Bassline's great.
So yeah, also if you listen carefully to the background synths, it kind of harmonized Jay's line right there. So interaction between instrumentals and vocals are amazing.
Oh, can you pause for a second? When we say mixing, we mean the production. What you're referring to, Karina, in Man and Movie, that's mixture. I know like these terms and definitions are really weird, but I like to clarify. I'm glad you brought it up, the mixing stuff. It's mixture.
Yes, so mixture is basically when there's major and minor keys, and mixture is when major appears in minor or minor appears in major. That's what we call mixture. Mixing or mastering is after you write a song, after you record it, this person uses like Pro Tools or some program to bring things out in the texture to add effects to the instruments and vocals, and just make sure that everything, like when you're baking a cake, make sure that it stands strong and you get the right flavors at the right times.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you can do the cooking by the book. Go on.
Gentle harmonies. Octave. Da, 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 da. Little call and answer with the harmonies. The A sticks throughout the entire song. So now we're kind of adventuring into the same area that we did the second verse. This instrumental stayed the exact same though.
That's fine. That's fine. It's a good bridge.
Acapella!
It's a short bridge. It's not a cappella.
Well, this movement is a acapella other than the percussion.
No, there's a ding, ding, ding chord.
No, those are the vocals.
Those are vocals? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Normal again. Okay. Hey. Outro. Hey, hey.
Focusing on Stalery 2 or there's some tension. Dion. Yay.
So with this outro, they did something similar to I Wait, where they just kept the same progression, but this time they added like chimes. I think it was in the song earlier, but it's much.
They also
much
keep
more
some
obvious.
of the vocals, which is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What is that? Oh, that reminds me of Island in the Sun by Weezer. Reference. All right. Where do you think this is?
You seem pretty positive during. I think this is 8.
No, this is at the very end of my loved list, so 7.
7.
Yes, close enough.
Okay.
Yes, I do love this song. And when I say love, it's not like, oh, I accept this song. No, I love it. But from 8 downwards is where it gets a little, we'll go in depth. It's a different story with every song. But yes, this is 7.
Okay, like I said, I'm not often in this mood. I think this comes, once every few months for me to really, really, truly enjoy this song. But this is 11.
Oh my gosh. I understand. If you're, it's just a good enough reason. If you're not in this mood, then yeah.
Yeah. And otherwise, if I'm not in the mood, then I tend to analyze, and there isn't too much to analyze with this song.
That's true.
So, therefore, just like basing off my musician brain, not one of my favorites, but I still love it enough to own it, like I said at the beginning. Okay! Dance. We ready?
I am ready. Hold on.
What numbers have you not done?
Okay, let's just do a quick recap. So we've done 4 songs, and they've been, okay. They've all been in the top 7. I Wait January is 2. You Were Beautiful February is 1, my favorite. And then How Can I Say March is 5, and I'm Serious is 7.
Okay, so we still need a 3 and a 4.
Yes, and a 6.
And a 6. Ooh.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, for me, I can't even remember my order. Okay, so we did
11.
I Wait is 2. How Can I Say is
10.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then You Were Beautiful is 10. And 11 is I'm Serious. So I'm missing 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8.
I think our fans are
9.
pretty bored of our Italian. I mean, it's interesting to us, so apologies. Let's get started.
Okay, let's just get started. Okay.
Okay, you go first.
Clapping at the beginning and someone counting off. I mean, what could get you more hype?
Okay, here we go. Here's where the differing opinions start.
Oh no!
Yes. I think that the melody in the verses is significantly weaker than the melody in the chorus. In fact, there have been so many times where you start the song and I had no idea it was Dance Dance. I'm like, this sounds like it could be Dance Dance, but I don't think this is Dance Dance.
But that's why they're building up for the perfect climax.
But I just think the melody is bland.
Yes, but there's so much energy.
There's so much energy, but like with all the songs there are other songs where you have less energy, but the melody is still good. And Day6 is known for their melody. So when they have a bland melody, it sticks out to me really badly.
Okay, what's the tonic of this song? So we start on tonic.
Yes.
1 1 1 da 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 da. So it goes 1.
I mean, we can't. This is one of those cases where, we can bring back how I'm Serious has the prolonging 1. But for me, I can't go into like, because it uses these scale degrees, this melody is more interesting. For me, this is just less interesting of a melody to start with. It's repetitive. It's a bit more trite. It's something that doesn't really stick out to me. It doesn't really, how like it's not as earwormy as a lot of the other songs.
Okay. I like this melody because it's so easy and to sing along to. It's rhythmic and not very syncopated, so you can dance along to it, and also it easily harmonized. So easily harmonized. It's perfect range. And there's so much energy coming off from the vocalists, especially when they perform it live. And then I think that this simple melody works really well with this moving bass line in the very first verse. Ba 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 ba. And I think it's perfection.
Pause it please. Guys, I just had a realization. And I realized this in the car yesterday. Wait, no. Come on, we'll listen to it soon. This is serious. Guys, I'm getting serious with you guys. I just realized why I don't like this verse. It sounds like Thunder by Imagine Dragons. And I hate that song with a passion. So, pure association, not Day6's fault. This is a way better use of that dun dun, da da dun dun, compared to Thunder. But because I've heard that song so many times on the radio, it hinders my love for this song. Yes, and this is something we can't even argue about because it's just an American pop culture staple that should not be a pop culture staple.
When he has strong opinions, he has strong opinions. Okay. Do you hear that guitar line? With a descending background heart vocal, and you can choose to sing with the main once again you can choose to sing like any of the notes in the background vocals because it's like a freaking chord, or you can sing the main melody line. And I just think that I think it's just like octaves, but it's
I'm sorry guys if I ruined the song for you.
It's a change of texture. He went from loving this song, y'all, to not liking it. This is I'm judging him.
This was a great pre-chorus.
We have this background.
All right. I'm gonna destroy you a little bit more.
Okay.
I'm gonna destroy all of you a little bit more. The chord progression is super cool here. In fact, it's comparable to the pre-chorus of I Wait in the way it goes to a totally different key. But this is one of those moments where I think the melody just does. This is done purely for just doing harmony for harmony, and the melody above it is so forgettable. And again, I have not revealed the ranking yet. I'm kind of playing with you a little bit.
No,
right
I can.
Yeah, but it is the truth, and the only thing that can salvage it is what's coming up.
Well, yes, okay. Forgettable melody, but I mean, it isn't forgettable for me. It's forgettable for you. It's there. It's creating suspense. We're staying low in your range. not moving much. And it's like, this is where, you know, like on stage they can really play around and like sing different notes. And they're waiting to just explode at the chorus.
I completely agree with you in that there is suspension and there is, but maybe, you know, with every song, we somehow have different priorities. Like, there are certain things that we comment that the other person has said about another song with the exact same complaint. So, you know, this is not something to like really get in a war over, but it's definitely interesting to discuss these differences. And for me, yeah, this is one of those moments where I'm like, ah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back a little. Oh, I went forward. Come on. Okay, there we go.
This song is good live. The cool, it's like an upward, yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome.
So we had, like, right there already a difference in rhythmic within the chord. Chords changed rhythm. Yay.
We're back.
Dance, dance! Dance, dance! Oh, oh. Dance, dance! Oh, oh.
Gee, I wonder what number this is on her list. Okay, before we go on, no, we can go back. But the thing is, this is what makes Day6 great. How you have a chorus that's literally 1 5 3, 1 5 3. You know, any group and other groups can have the same chorus, but it doesn't have the same energy and it doesn't have the same delivery, and it's not gonna sound as hype and as fresh. But because this is Day6 and they have this magical formula that makes it works splendidly.
Yeah, this chorus, man, it's gotten me out of some really bad moods. Like, I'd have a horrible French horn lesson, and like I'd go out of my studio just crying, and then I'd listen to this. I'm better. 100% better. This has gotten me out of some deep shit, you know? So, whether it's simple or not, it does something amazing. Lifts your spirits. I think that's what's so amazing about the major triad. It always lifts your spirits. Oh, wait. Oh. And then, of course, the iconic second verse, we get reggae rapping. Freaking amazing. With, like, a really dank bass line.
The reggae section is pretty awesome.
Bass, but also that harmonies. So we have that guitar line coming back like it was in the very first line. That thing. And like, what I love about that section is that, like, a lot of times hype songs can easily go into a dip. This one, it's going into a dip, but I don't think it's completely stopping the energy. I just think that this is the song. You're going up, and then you're going slightly down, and then you're up and down. It's a roller coaster love.
Oh my gosh.
And what's making this pre-chorus so hype is the bass drum kick on every single beat and that rising synth. And like is it sequence? Yeah. It might just be going
I think
down
it's,
speed.
No, it's a sequence.
Yeah,
it's
okay, and the sequence down, somehow the sequence down builds hype. So that was slight melody change.
I will say. Hey, wait. I will say that I said that the pre-chorus is in another key.
Yes.
But like the way it goes back to the home key for the chorus is great. The way it just rises. The way, you know, when you said there's this suspense, it definitely validates it and resolves it perfectly with that upward. It just goes back to that E major texture or that sound, and then it just comes back. It's really awesome.
And then we've got that like kind of silent drum fill break right before all the instrumentals come back in for the chorus, and that's why it's so hard hitting. Dance, dance.
Bridge is great.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got this like bada 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 bada. We have this ascending line in the instrumentals, and then of course we just have Young K. Is it Young K? Yes, it's Young K. Just shouting, "I feel good, baby. I feel like, you know."
And it actually plays with major minor. Da 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 da. And the E minor is the relative key of G major, which is the pre-chorus material. So you can say it is going back to that.
So this section is already hinting at like the lowered sixth and later half of the bridge. The, I feel good, baby, I feel great, need your boy no more. So if you've watched the main series reaction, you know that's a flat six, and people freaked out about it because
it's a flat six.
That's what Henry said.
It's a flat three.
Flat three.
Yes. 5 4 3 4.
Never mind. Flat three.
Yeah, because that's the first note you sang. That's the fifth scale degree. That's not home. D da da.
Well, that's probably what he was listening to.
Oh.
Flat something.
It's
and
flat
it was
three.
lowered. Dance with me. Okay, so that part you can count. He just rests 4 beats, and then clears his throat on 1, and then the rest of the section is just off kilter. Claps. Halftime-esque. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2. Dance with 1,
Oh,
2,
yeah.
3.
No, well, okay, it's like a half measure.
6. Well, yeah, it depends on how you're feeling. Whether
Yeah.
you're feeling it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4. We've had some discussions about this before on how to
Well,
feel
because
it.
of how upbeat it is, I don't think it'd be reasonable to feel it in 1, 2, 3. Just because it's
take that, you
it's fast BPM. It's literally fast beats per minute. You know, that's what gives it the.
But what's confusing is because the second half of the bridge is in halftime.
Oh, but that's just one section. I mean, we can't. And yeah, you can also say there is also the reggae section. That part is also in halftime.
Yeah.
But man,
It's 1, 2, 3.
it's still a
4,
hype
1,
song.
2, 3, 4.
I think
Okay.
with that, you have to think about what the main mood of the song is. That's my argument.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish you knew we're watching this.
Yeah.
Because we had behind the scenes on their reaction, because I felt it 1, 2, 3, 4, and Yuni was saying, no, it's 1, 2, 3, because we were discussing what beat the and what beat the rest of the chorus came back on. That lasted for a while. Good times. Okay, I want to count this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it just gets displaced.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
now we're.
We get back on time. It's displaced at first, but because it the chord changes, it somehow changes on 1, and we somehow get back on.
I don't think it's as complicated. We're gonna go into this again. I don't think I don't think so. Well, yeah, I think we'll just say you're right because you listened to it more. Yeah.
Well, it just depends whether you count that and break as part of the song, or if you don't count that part at all.
Yeah.
And when it comes back in, then you start counting.
Yeah.
It all depends on how you feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah! going into this part of the song.
It's a good outro using the bridge again. We haven't heard that yet from them. I love triplets. The organ
sound just ending on tonic.
Yeah. So,
am I going to just get it out of the way? Everyone already knows what order this is.
Yes.
Yeah, this is my number one.
Yay!
This used to be his number one. Right after we saw it
live. It's a great live song. Get ready, guys.
Yeah.
Get ready. So again, right now number 7 is I'm Serious. And that's the bottom threshold for like the songs that I love.
I think this is 8.
Dance is 6.
No. Okay.
So it's still on my love list, and I actually like it more than I'm Serious. But yeah, you see, here's the thing. Here's what I want to get into. When you have, the more I think about musical analysis, and especially when we're analyzing relatively diatonic, just like tonal music that's in the pop, rock genres, the more contemporary genres, if we have personal connection with something, we will actually come up with arguments.
Yes, and we'll probably notice more also. Yeah,
to analyze. Like you can say, oh, this is repetitive, but I resonate with this, so it works. This is repetitive, and I just think it's repetitive, and it's not, not very inspired. So analysis can only go so far. That's something that I want to hit home. People who watch this channel, they can they can say, oh my gosh, they're just, and I know there are people who hate our channel who say, oh, they just pick it apart. But yeah, I do want to make it clear in these more open and more casual live streams that, analysis can only go so far. And at the end of the day, music is something that's sensory and,
Well, like you said before, it's all objective. Like, even though we do have training in music...
It's subjective.
Subjective. I get objective and subjective mixed up all the time. But, yeah, we do have knowledge that maybe not others have, so we'll be able to say more. But, again, we are human, and we will analyze it to the point that our personal tastes allow us.
Yeah, and due to the nature that this is a React channel, and apart from other React channels, this channel is... a lot of the members, they don't stan groups. And so they might not even remember the last song they've reacted to by this group. And so their reactions are more analytical. That's our appeal. So that's our niche. And we're gonna keep on doing that. But I do think it is kind of cool to keep on doing these streams where we listen to some songs beforehand and we go more in depth into them and how it has grown on us since we've listened to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yes, I see your comments. My Everyday 6 list is very top heavy. The first half is definitely dominating my top 7. There has not been a single song in the bottom 5 yet.
Oh my gosh.
Get ready. Because once it becomes nighttime, or what is it, Moonrise? Wait, what are the albums
Moonrise.
called? Yeah,
Moonrise.
Once it becomes nighttime, my dark sides come out. That's so bad. Okay. That was bad. But
anyways, moving on to June, I Smile.
I don't think our arguments are going to get as intense as this, though, just because of how you're associated with this song and how it's your number one.
Yeah, so that was the peak of our arguing with Dance Dance.
Oh, number one fave and my number one in general is You Were Beautiful.
Okay.
This is I Smile. All right, let's go. This is a very interesting one.
This is one I think I recorded a reaction to it, and I was most excited for the bridge. I can't remember whether I was positive or more critical towards it, but it's grown on me. That's what I will say. Fade in. Bass note.
Okay. I think the riff alternates between, or the pattern, it's an open fifth and a major third. but because of the synth sound that they use, that open fifth sounds so much purer than any open fifth I've ever heard.
Because of the texture?
Yeah, it's so pure and it's
pure.
so great.
We need a number 3 for you still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
I love how it starts with just the synth and the fade in, like, I think it might be backwards reverb on the guitar, or, yeah, maybe, perhaps. And then voice comes in when the drum and more guitar stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is one of the melodies that are one of their more creatively written melodies. Do you think?
Keep going, because I have to refresh.
Because we have...
Well, see, once we get to the slower songs, like, I have opinions on them, but I have to listen to it. Oh gosh, there's some...
Okay. Because they're so...
Can we start from the beginning again? I have to
I'm so sorry. So sorry, guys. This must be annoying. I just love this one. It opens up. I love the movement of the guitar with the da 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 da, and then right after that is the.
Well, the bass all goes dee da da, and you know, usually when we do that, so the theory behind it is it's dominant and then applied chord to the minor. So basically, it moves up to the minor, but it does it with a chromatic mode to the dee da da. We hear that quite a bit, but because they choose to not put any other instruments that are, you know, playing, I think, the third scale degree, so it sounds sexier. Because it's not as defined. The bass is its own thing. It's doing its own chromatic thing, and it almost purposely doesn't define chords above it. Yeah, and it kind of combines with that pure open fifth thing I was talking about. This song has a purity to it and a simplicity to it. It's so
beautiful. Yeah. And so basically he starts da 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 da. Da, 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 and then the vocals jump way up here. Oh, oh, woo, woo. And so we've covered already a lot of this scale, and it's just like within the first few seconds of the song. Do you hear syncopated guitar line?
And I like how that little part, that little, you know, the faint version of that becomes it gets answered by the next phrase where he literally goes ooh. So we use that same interval. Yeah.
And then he goes even higher.
Yeah, it's really satisfying.
So, like, I'd like to compare this to, like, other verses that just stick around a few notes, and this one I feel like is already painted out the whole scale. I didn't do that. Now, Do-woon is using the side of the snare, just hitting his wooden drumsticks on the side of the snare. It's such lighter vibe. And is the bass gone? No.
Easy to harmonize. All right.
Like there's like that little call and answer, and already we've had some really fun harmonies moving around, and I love the kick drum tom interaction in the drum set. You were gonna say something.
No, finish the chorus first.
Okay. Oh, my favorite part.
All right, here we go, guys. I think the song peaks way too early. And that once we get to the pre-chorus and the chorus, all the things you're talking about with the scale, man. Okay, the pre-chorus has an interesting thing, and this is, again, purely subjective. I think it sounds very corny, and I can't explain why. The way it uses the 4 chords and the 1 chords and the piano sound, I'm just like, oh, this is like sugary, but not in the way that I like. It's like just drinking syrup, you know? It's like, it can be pleasurable, but I just find it really corny. Corn syrup. And then after that, once we get to the chorus, I mean, it's just 4 3 2 1 4 3 2 1, and yes, it does do more notes, but that's one where, man, the repetitiveness really gets to me. Yeah. For me,
Okay.
For me, and oh boy, here it comes. Here comes the harsh one. I think the song grinds to a halt in the chorus.
But it changes up the rhythm.
It changes up the rhythm. Yeah. But another thing it does is it focuses its bass on 5. The bass is on a 5, so that it doesn't feel satisfying, but like the Rose kind of does it with their song, and it works. So
you mean Baby?
Yeah. Maybe because the song is already slower, and that the verse has so much action that it just becomes too drawn out for me in the chorus.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
During the chorus, do you mostly listen to the harmony?
No, I definitely most listen to the melody.
The vocals.
And of course, the percussion is really prominent, so I listen to the overall effect. Yeah, it just feels like the Rose's Baby slower, and the Rose Baby is great, but again, because of the slower tempo, it just doesn't hold that same amount of tension.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, kick drum, awesome rhythm. New material?
It's a variation on the pre-chorus. Yeah, the dee-da-da, oh god.
My only rebuttal against that is just it's fun to sing.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. No, it's fun to harmonize with, so it's validated. It's valid. You are validated.
And like we're keeping this thing that we introduced at the very beginning throughout this thing. I love
bass,
the upward motion of the bass. Oh, it's
That's
so
what I'm talking
good.
about.
And I love the change of the beat in the chorus.
Okay, here comes my because of the reggaeton and the Latin invasion. I hear that and I think reggaeton. Dun, 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 dun. And man, as much as I wish to love it, as much as I agree that playing it on an acoustic drum is really awesome, I just can't help but think of like Lo Siento and Despacito.
But this came out so much earlier.
I know, but see, this is one of those things where stuff that came out later totally affects it, and I know that's not nice of me, but it's the Spanish, the Spanish Inquisition, the Hispanic Latin American invasion has irked me so much. And there's really good Hispanic music that I listen to, but it's just that really lazy version of that we the Americans like to use. Always the lazy reggaeton that makes me not able to stand this.
But because the harmonies and melodies are so much pop rock, it doesn't affect me at all. I personally think it's just a really good change.
Yeah, it straddles that line. It almost works for me, but I just can't get over it. It's like right on the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a fantastic change of groove. It's much slower, And of course, once again, we're stepping to another room of amazing, different, like prolonging something completely different. And we have like those really fun synth runs. This is, I think this, yes, no, yes, maybe, yes. This is my very, maybe not counting B-side songs, this is my favorite bridge Day6 ever wrote.
Okay. The bridge is my favorite part of the song.
Okay.
And the main reason is because you know about the rhythm displacement, right? Obviously.
What, right at the beginning?
Yeah. Of the bridge.
The
oh.
So like, you know how earlier we were talking about at the end of You Were Beautiful, how it's just when it's syncopated, it's displaced. The same exact thing is happening with the that part.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to where it lines up with Umu's clapping.
Wait, I went too far. No. We have.
Yep. You just want to sing louder on different notes the 2 times it happens.
Again, instrumentals and vocals at the same time. Synth. Where are we now? I don't know. Where are we? I had to text Yunyi and I had to bug him for like weeks.
Okay, this is changing in my ranking because I don't know why, but I forgot about that section.
Oh.
Yeah.
With that one little.
Yeah, when I did my catch-up listening, making my list today, I totally forgot. So I like did the skim listening. Boy, this is changing. This is gonna change. I don't know where.
The bridge makes the song.
Yeah. So Uma's gonna gush about it some more while I look because yes, that was a pretty amazing bridge.
Wonpil just secondary dominance into something. I don't know. He goes crazy. Da 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 da, and then syncopated ba 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 be, and we go somewhere. We like fly off into a different place, and on top of that, of course, we have like the other instrumentals reflecting that. Like hear the bass guitar. Bum, bum. So like everyone's playing together. So we were having bum, bum, bum in the bass, and Wonpil's doing his own thing, and then it just harmonically moves together into a really strange place.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's freaking awesome. Can you, off the top of your head, can you say exactly what happens? I could like scroll up a few years.
Believe it or not, like despite how crazy it is, it's still pretty. It stays pretty much in the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just feels like you're adventuring.
It's a lot of applied chords. They go to a lot of. Yeah.
By the way, applied chords is the same thing as secondary dominance.
Yes, that makes sense.
Just so they are confused by me saying secondary dominance and you saying applied chords.
Okay. Yeah, they go to different chords of the scale, but they always do something chromatic before that to lead into it. That's what gives it the "where are we going now" feeling. But overall, it's still within the scale.
I'm curious where this song is now.
I have a definitive new ranking. Yeah.
Okay, so now it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant because you feel like you've climaxed going to this crazy new place, but then they really gently go back into the chorus. Same as the intro. And I love the da, da, da. And then if you listen to the background vocals, it's ba, ba, da, da. And then same exact time, I think that's what happened, but it's cool. And then we go straight into the reggaeton part.
ends with that same synth.
On the guitar. Okay, can you say what spot it was first?
So
was it?
So again, I thought that I already. Some of you might have noticed I already said the bridge was very good, but that was only because I remember that without that big instrumental break.
Yes.
This is my least favorite Day6 song. I think it really, when I say it grinds to a halt, I really mean it. But okay, for all the people who might have just caught the stream, 1 through 7 are the ones that I love. With that instrumental break, it now went from 12 to 8.
Okay.
Yes, it is now 8.
Okay.
Yes, and I really like it now. I would actually listen to it. But again, when you say how magical it was when the chorus came back quietly, I still thought the same thing about the chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's repetitive in the way that kind of, makes me feel very neutral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
And you?
Number 3.
Yay!
Honestly, like, again, one that I love singing to and I love harmonizing to. It lifts my spirits, but also makes me feel very nostalgic and sentimental.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm getting emotional.
Mm.
Cause actually, like, I've been like super emotional and like missing my parents a lot lately. Like my first 2 years of college, I was like, I've never had a bad relationship with my parents. We've always been super close, never keep any secrets from each other. But first 2 years of college, I was like, I'm done. I'm not talking to you. Like getting in arguments with them every single time we call. But this is my junior year, and I've been like crying myself to sleep because I miss them so much. And I'm like, don't you dare die randomly, or like. I've been like super connected to them and wishing that I could like go back to my childhood. And whenever I listen to Day6 music, it makes me feel like I'm at home.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
Like your girlfriend said, like we introduced her to Day6 for the first time last night, and she said, "Wait, this is all Day6? Every single song is so comforting." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, we will
That's
listen
what it
to it
is.
more.
Day6's music, whether it's upbeat or not, it's very comforting.
Okay, we're gonna do a thing now. So we're halfway through. Remember how we like set our ranking per month? How about this? We're gonna go through our ranking as the primary, like the one variable, and like so. If there is a song that we have already talked about on your ranking, we say it in the order of rank. So if your 1 is set, okay, so 1 is this, 2 is this. We don't know what 3 is yet. 4 is this.
Okay.
Because we did everything by month, and that just got all the ranking really confused. So I'll start. Yeah. So right now we've done the sunrise. So I reviewed my 1. It is You Are Beautiful. I reviewed my 2 is I Wait. We don't know what 3 is yet. We don't know what 4 is yet. 5 is How Can I Say. 6 is Dance Dance. 7 is I'm Serious. So there are only 2 songs in my top 7 loved lists that are in the second half of their Every Day6 project. And 8 is
I Smile.
I Smile. Yeah.
So you're missing 3, 4, 9, 10, 11.
Then there's 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because 12 is now new.
Right.
Yep.
Duh. Okay. Number 1 is Dance Dance. Number 2 is I Wait. Number 3 is I Smile. We're missing number 4. We're missing number 5. Number 6 is How Can I Say. Missing number 7. Missing number 8. Missing number 9. Number 10 is You Are Beautiful. Number 11 is I'm Serious.
And we don't know what your number 12 is either.
No.
Ooh, we might have the same one.
Do you think we will?
We possibly, because...
I don't...
Yeah, it is very possible. Because I think our opinions of the moon... Yeah, we're gonna reach...
Moonrise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, there is 3. 3 is incredible. The song that's number 3 on my list... I discovered it and I was like, oh my god, this is so great. But
I think
then
I know which one that was. Is that All Alone?
We can't talk about it.
Okay, well, the Moonrise songs have been growing on me a lot. So even after this stream, they might go up in numbers.
Oh yeah, there's also 4. Yeah, 3 and 4 are both top notch. So.
Ooh. Okay, well now we're going to Hi Hello.
Hi Hello is July. All right. I know you play this one a lot, but I have no idea.
I don't. I've never played it.
Really?
For you.
No, but I've heard this.
Well, I ran it by you.
Oh, really? No, it sounds very familiar. Like I've clearly heard this a lot. It's
never
it's
played.
in my subconscious. Boy, this is nervous.
Okay. Well, let's get going. Starting off with this weird siren call.
Yay. Reminds me of the Ariana Grande song, Baby I. That's a good drum sound.
Good drum sound, but
Good drum
I
fill.
feel like drum fill.
Oh yeah, I think it's
mean,
a good drum fill too.
I don't think it. I didn't like it as the beginning.
Okay.
Because we have this very smooth crescendo, and then we have. Wait, it's still gentle and it's still like laid back, but still it. I don't know like what tempo we're in.
Well, for me, that's where the rock aesthetic really kicks in. Like this reminds me of like the Sweater Song by Weezer and other songs that I can't think off the top of my head, where you have this weird little syncopated drum fill that starts the song, and I really like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We have really gentle background.
Yeah, I like how we start the first half of the phrase with dun da dee da dun. That's very much a diatonic, like a major scale. And then when you do dee 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 dee, it's totally pentatonic. So it's very floaty. It's very effortless. Yeah.
I don't think our least favorites are gonna be the same. Easy chord progression.
2-5.
No real syncopation. It's just chill. Let's chill. We have like this flute-esque
I don't hear
thing.
it.
Okay, well, it's like a sound that Beatles have used.
Oh. Oh, it's like a Strawberry Fields synth. Yeah, that's weird.
My favorite part. It's acapella-esque, and their voices are beautiful, and the layer and harmony is so beautiful. However, I feel like the whole start of the song is so forgettable. I first, like my first few listens of this song, I just could not remember anything. If people have seen my reaction to it, it started growing on me after that very first listen, but still I feel like, unlike you feel like the melodies that don't move around as much are more forgettable from Day 6. This one, even though it's creative with its pentatonic movement, I feel like it isn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think this is forgettable. I really dig it. I think this verse is really solid.
I think this is gonna be another one of those gap songs. It's so interesting.
I mean, it just opens up.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just straight eights. It's a straight eighth melody.
Except that came in a little bit earlier than usual.
You know, see?
I felt like this part was very cheesy.
See?
Very cheesy.
Before you pointed it out, I was like, this is great. But now you pointed it out, you're right. I can see why it is cheesy. But it is not cheesy for me.
But you love it. Yes. I got it. Again, everything's so gentle.
I think, I can make an analytical argument for it. I think because the chorus uses the falsetto and it's so high, bringing it back down, I think it works.
Okay.
And it actually reminds me of, we're gonna go nostalgic. It reminds me of the Jay Cho songs I grew up with. The Chinese, especially like 简单爱, Simple Love, if you heard of that. Any of you who've listened to Jay Cho and are Chinese. Yes, I speak Mandarin, by the way. But yeah, it reminds me of those simple songs. And 简单 literally means simple love. Yeah.
I like... Wait, no, never mind. I'll continue that thought later. And the texture between verse and chorus and pre-chorus is all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
All the same.
But is this guy complaining? No.
Is this guy complaining? Yes. Oh, I love that moment. Da, 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 da. I can't say. Da, 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 da. That was a cute little like arch in melody.
Yeah.
And we have background vocals this whole time, like either in the woos or like it trades off with.
There haven't been any comments. Oh, there are comments. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Good.
Our stream health is orange.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. There's like some lower vocal harmonies that don't necessarily match the melody note by note, but outlines like the chord that the melody is based off of, which is fun.
I can see why you think it's forgettable.
I'm just kind of bored
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah. For me,
This is the same reason why I don't like Luna's Eclipse. Cause it's simple and feel good.
Oh God. Let's move on.
Okay.
I have a Luna comparison to make
Okay.
once the song is over.
Like quarter notes.
Yeah.
Just constantly
Quarter notes, straight eights.
Just
Dun, dun, dun.
same over and over and over again. But again, like vocals are freaking beautiful. Like Day6, their gentle side and their harder side. Okay.
Now it's in relative minor for a little bit, but of course, yeah, it goes back to major immediately.
That was slight syncopation there. First syncopation happens in the bridge. They seem to.
That's a cool moment.
Oh, it's beautiful. But they seem to add harmonies towards the end of their bridges. To, I guess, thicken the texture for the chorus, returning chorus. La, da, da, da.
Yep, gotta jam to it.
And see, the la da 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 da, there's no harmonies. It's just octaves. The la, 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 la. And then we have like this arching in the background.
I think you should say yours first. Because we
Okay.
already know.
I wonder how many people saw my reaction to this song. Because, like I said, it's grown on me. I actually used to dislike this song. This used to be the only song that I didn't own on my phone. But it's the most amazing ear candy. And the more I listen to it, the more I like it. So again, this may go up on my list, but this is number 12.
This sounds like my number 8, which was I Smile. This is like a similar, not exactly similar argument.
How, like, the more you listen to it, you might start
Or like
liking
there's
it
one
more.
thing about it that really draws you to it. And for me, it's that instrumental part of the bridge. And for you, it's the introduction of the chorus. Okay, here's my Luna comparison. So if you've seen the Luna video, I think I said from 1 to 8 are the ones that I absolutely dig, or like
With
1
this
to 9.
Luna was 1 to 10.
1 to 10?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 1 to 10. So, but at the bottom of it, or maybe not at the bottom, it's somewhere near the bottom, we have Vivi's song. It's a simple song. It's in the same key as this song, and it does not. Yeah, it doesn't do anything that's really special, but I like it. The difference between that song and this song, I'm trying because this is very much the Vivi song of this
Of Everyday
of
6.
Everyday 6, but the difference is it's way higher. This song is way higher than
Is
Vivi's
this
song.
4?
This is 3.
Whoa!
Yes. This is my favorite song out of the second half of Everyday 6. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the mood is, it gets me in that a similar vibe as You Were Beautiful, even though You Were Beautiful it is much more memorable. I don't know if it's much more memorable, but You Were Beautiful is much more significant because of the harmonies. It uses all sorts of very rich and colorful harmonies, while here it it very diatonic. Every chord, there's not a single note that was out of the scale in the entire song.
Yep.
But this is one where when I listen to it, my theory brain just turns off, and I just follow the contour of the melody. Again, Day6 has good melodies and great melodies, and this, in my opinion, is
great.
one of the great ones where the harmonies don't need to be too interesting to support the great melody.
This is another song that has to do with mood, because I get a similar vibe than I'm Serious. Like, I'm Serious is more upbeat, but this is also one that, similar to the music video, is a bright, blue, sunny day. And I don't, living in Rochester, where it's mostly cloudy all the time, or overcast, and I live by the beach back in California. I don't get that vibe very often. And I think that it's perfect for specific moods and specific weather. But yeah, it's growing on me for sure. But I think you enjoy this specific vibe. You Were Beautiful on this more than me, but I get the vibe you're getting from this with other Moonrise slower songs.
Okay, interesting. Well, we'll continue. We shall continue.
We shall continue.
And we'll see what happens.
With What Can I Do?
So we have one more song that is on my loved list, and then we have the bottom 4.
Okay.
That's so crazy. Everyone's gonna hate me now. It's gonna be, this stream is gonna take a turn very soon.
Oh my god.
I feel like, yours have been very well interspersed.
It's okay. They'll hate and love us both afterwards. Okay. Woo!
Ah, boy, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta pause it. We gotta talk about this. So the opening, I think, is directly inspired by, here's a connection that I tweeted about.
Yeah,
it's inspired by Kanye West's Black Skinhead. The synth sound or the distorted guitar sound is exactly the same.
Oh,
and
it's bass.
Yeah, distorted bass, exactly the same. And is exactly the same.
Oh, they have that.
Except they do and then but then they go into a hip hop vibe with weird glitchy samples. But I am a Kanye fan. I think Yeezus is a masterpiece. So I don't think that's a bad thing. And in fact, the Black Skinhead comparison actually makes the song stronger.
It took me quite a few listens to figure out what they were doing with the They do a 2 clap at the end.
Oh, interesting.
And it's taken me a while to master this.
I actually think the rhythm here, is a little more complex than Black Skinhead.
It's a little it's syncopation. The I love that with like the really high banging on the high end of the piano. With the attitudey. Again, this is another like one note melody. But then we move here. Halftime.
So far, the song's still great. You already know my opinion of this song.
Y'all already know what his opinion is. Lovely syncopated chromatic bass line, and then the
fantastic. Oh, here we go.
Okay, he hates it. I love it.
Man.
I love it.
The more I listen to it, the more I'm questioning why I hate it. And it's a bunch of contradictions that don't make any sense. So basically, oh my gosh, how are we going to do this? I think it's anticlimactic, especially compared to the opening distorted bass thing. And I think something about you know, the tempo is kind of relaxed here. And the way the melody is done in like the relative major, it goes to the major and it's really relaxed. It just makes me think of like the kids that are locking arms going, da, 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 and not in a good way. They're just like, over the river and through the woods. I don't know why it reminds me of that. It reminds me of like these swinging kids. Dude. And this is the biggest contradiction. We have one of the coolest Day6 chord progressions. Da 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 da. Like that's I Wait pre-chorus level of weird and interesting. But it's just that slowness, that slow tempo. I don't think it works.
But like the opening guitar is so slow too, but you were hoping in order to get more hype, it would have to be a faster tempo?
It's not going to be a faster tempo, but I just think that this turn and this specific melody they choose, dun dun da da, the way they just climb back this da da, and then reach back, dun dun da 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 da. Like, I'm not saying that it's repetitive. It's actually not. I don't mind the repetitive nature of it, because it is the same thing repeated twice. But it's just the tempo mixed with that dun dun da dun dun dun. It's like, wow, this is very uneventful.
Okay.
Yeah, and also there's this thing about the drum mixing, where I liked so much about the pre-chorus and the verses, the drums, and then the chorus just kind of becomes this muffled cotton candy land with the kids holding arms.
Yeah, it depends on whether you like this massive sound just thrown at you during the chorus, or like it to be more popping and hear every individual instrument. Because personally, I'm a person who likes changes. I really like changes. I love being whipped around into a totally different mood. I love the fact that there's two polar opposite styles. Like we got a moody teenager in their room rebelling against their parents at the beginning, and then we've got going out enjoying the sunshine and thinking about love with friends, and it's blue sky and, you know, flowers are blooming and you're just freaking enjoying life. And I guess like as a person who's hella moody, it fits with my mood. I go from like this like yeah to like woo, yeah to woo. And so I love this change, and I feel like there's so much crunchiness happening in the brass along with the vocals and background vocals and instrumentals that my musician ears just feel so alive during this chorus.
Yeah, for me, I appreciate the heck out of what they're doing with this song. I think the fact that they're changing styles is so admirable and cool, and that's why I'm really frustrated that this doesn't work for me as well. So that's the whole contradiction thing. This is the one that I should like, but I just can't like.
You don't have to like anything. Like their vocals have so much bounce to it, and the da da da. Woo, woo, woo.
It's very fun to harmonize with that one. To hear all the clashing. Oh my god, yes. Oh, it's also the same tempo as the Kanye West song.
Triple it. Before da 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 da. No, that only happens the second time, right? Never mind.
I agree with you, Yokonami Gara. That is pretty much how I feel. That's such a great...
I feel like the pre-chorus, it leads well into the bubblegum sound. Because we have I think that's hinting at the brighter sounds to come.
I think I know, wait. I think I found another reason why I think the chorus feels slow. Feels too slow for my liking. It's because we have the da da dee da 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 da, and the way that climbs up to that high note is faster, and so we have so dee 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 in the chorus, and I think that contrast is what makes me feel like the chorus is a little slow.
Yeah, I like the slowness of the chorus.
Yeah,
I feel like great. I also feel like it drops down into a slower groove, but I just enjoy that change. And that part is so fun to sing. And they're kind of hinting at the
Yeah, exactly.
with claps mixed in with the percussion. It's kind of there, but not quite. So that's how they're connecting it together. Crunchy.
Yeah.
It feels so jolly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like this is another vibe. There's 3 vibes.
It's another vibe. Yeah, melodic material is kind of, extracted from previous material. But yeah, it works. The bridge works.
Because of like the effect on the voice, thinning out to just piano, even though like we are copying and pasting vocal melody over into the bridge, it's such a drastic change.
This is another contradiction area because the piano sound here uses like 2 of the things that I hate combined together. It uses way too much reverb and it sounds very tinny, but I really like it. I really like it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, Jay! There's so much to listen to. And then the outro, brilliant. Changing with I let wait. It leaps up and then and then it goes down chromatically and then the bass goes up. So we have contrary motion and it's awesome. And this is from the grungy part.
Oh gosh, I can't.
Okay, so
My leather black jeans on.
a reason why I don't picture the grungy part as too grungy, if you've seen the Day6 video where they performed this at the dinner table, and Younghae is acapellaing. He's singing his bass line, and he's doing it with so much energy and so much peppiness. It almost helped me listen to this song, to the grungy part, with more pep, with more upbeat liftingness, because of the way they performed it.
Because they don't
without
perform
their
it like
instruments.
Like with a
It was
cigar.
like, do-do-do. He was like, boom, boom,
Cigarette.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing this one is your 11th?
Interesting. You see, here's the thing. I appreciate it to death. It is 9. Because, yeah, what they do here is really admirable, like I said. It's just that it's not for me. But I gotta give it the 9. Yeah, this was 8, I think, before I... Wait.
You have 4, 10, 11, and 12 now left.
Where's... Oh my god, I lost my page.
It's at the very end. It's at the very, very...
I lost my
there
purge.
we go, okay.
Oh. Yeah, it's 9.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Well, this one is number 4.
Hey, that makes sense.
And my top 5 constantly switch between number 1. So this has been number 1 at times also.
So could you tell me your top 5 right now? Just to...
Top 5. Dance, Dance. I Wait. I Smile.
Okay.
What can I do? 5 is a question mark.
5 is still a question mark?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Because I have 2, 10, 6, 11, 1, 3,
Oh,
12,
okay. 5
4.
is still a question mark. Okay.
Just, I wonder if they can see this. Ta-da! And then these are the ones Kevin haven't said yet.
Yep. Yay! All right, all right. I'm not gonna show them.
All
mine.
right, all
This
right,
is
all
gonna be
right.
So messy.
Okay, next is. Na, 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 I loved you.
Oh, it's all I love you. Okay, I loved you.
Na, na, na. Okay. Fun fact: those are their sounds, because sounds are copyrighted, so they had to find noises themselves.
Oh,
They
really?
did their
Yes.
own. They did their own
Good
recordings.
sound design.
Jeez, you should watch J6. Go subscribe.
Okay.
You're welcome, Jay.
Good organ sound.
This is another song that I can't sing to because it's so low. Harmonies. Harmonies. 내가 지나는 나의 사랑. 이렇게 내고 싶지 않아. So this is one of those songs that is really, really fun to sing to. Even the very beginning is just I can't sing to because it's so low. But that's fine because I can whistle.
I like that leap down. Okay, so with this, the background, the echoing background vocals, loved you. They last for such a long time. Like again, the background vocals, they just do their own thing, which I love to death. You're not saying I have a feeling this is lower on the list. Well, yeah, you see, I love talking about all the things, but this one is a bland one.
Okay.
This is a bland one.
I mean, yes, but it hits home for me.
See, exactly. That's what's so interesting.
See, High Hello is bland, but it hits home for you. This is bland, but it hit home for me. So, cup of tea, y'all. Everyone has a different cup of tea. I love like the like little organ just sprinkles throughout. It's so beautiful. We have so many layers, even though it sounds thin. So echoey. The single pluck of the bass that lasts.
Yeah, the melody is even quite good, but that's great. That's not the note you expect to go down to.
I think they add vocal harmonies at the right moments on this song. Sometimes I'm just like, why didn't you add a third right there? But this one has it at all the right moments. Keeping the same instrumentation, we have that weird synth sound, we have the bass, but
Chords are weird.
But
the melody is not really remarkable here.
I think it's a fantastic break from the rest of the song.
Very cool.
Sorry, that was too early. And it goes so soft. It's beautiful. building. The bass just ascending.
Yeah, see, I can't even pick anything wrong with it. And I think if there's another K-rock band that could write a song like this could be one of their best songs. But I think by Day6 standards, or rather what resonates with me with Day6, this is definitely not one that really, stands out.
Yeah, this one is purely higher on my list because I love singing to it. Well, as in not bottom three. Is it bottom three? Wait, no, it's not bottom three. Okay. No. So, you go first. This is bottom three for you.
This is bottom three for me. This is 11.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see, even my least favorite ones, I have nothing to complain about, which is funny because like 12 was I Smile, and that's the one I had the most beef with. They were the ones where I can actively say, okay, this is. But yeah, that bridge, that instrumental, just destroyed it. Yeah. So the only one I complain about is actually 8.
Right. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
This one's number 7 for me because, like he said, it's very simple. We've similar to the other songs, it just doesn't. Some of the other songs, it doesn't explore much, and it's repetitive, or it doesn't have much variation between section other than the bridge. But I just freaking love singing along to it, and I feel it. I just feel the song in my soul. So yeah, number 7 for me.
Yay.
Right. So now we need to get a number 5 for me.
Oh, gee, I wonder.
Top 5.
Huh? I am missing 4. Gee, I wonder if our 4 or 5 are the same. I think it is.
I think they might.
Yeah, it's a very clear winner here, in my opinion.
I wonder. Okay.
It's got to be.
So
you're missing 9 and 12 too.
He's missing 4, 10, 12. I'm missing
5, 9, 12.
5, 9, 12.
What if like they're the same within the ranking of those 3? I think it's possible. I really hope our 12 is the same.
You thought it was possible because you thought our 3 was going to be, you thought something else was going to be the same, but it was very much
right.
Our opinions are differing so much more versus Luna versus Day6.
Yeah.
But then again, I've listened to the songs a lot more than you.
Okay.
I've listened to like these songs on a daily basis.
And see, like with the Luna songs, like we have "Egoist," which is a song like she loves and I hate. Yeah, but we actually got into a heavy argument here, there, and that was the one. But this one, we kind of just go into this place where we're like, yeah, this is not for me, but this is for her. So there is more disagreement, yes, but there's also less disagreement. We do have what was it? "You Were Beautiful." That was the one. Also, because that was the first one where we actually had a disagreement on, I think our argument was a little bit.
Hi, Hello, and You Were Beautiful are biggest disagreements.
Those are
Okay.
What, I Smile. That one's pretty. 3 and 8. Yeah, that one's probably runner up. Yeah.
Okay. When you love somebody, someone.
This is why I remember what it is. Okay, pause right now. I think the beginning is the strongest part about this song. Just because it is a melody that we never hear Day6, like, it's just so low, and it's simple in a way that this just does not sound like a Day6 melody.
Because it's outlining the piano. The piano is playing the exact same notes except an octave up of what they're singing.
Yeah, which is interesting because as the song goes on, they keep the same progression for the chorus, but I'm just not as attracted to the chorus melody. We'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Really good melody.
Oh, did you hear that? They use the diminished chord for half a beat. And the 8th note diminished chord. Wait, we gotta catch it. No, it doesn't come back again.
Wait, oh, sorry. I was thinking seriously about something else.
No.
I'm not missing number 12.
There's an really. Where's number 12? Oh.
I'm missing 9, 8, and 5.
That changes things.
Sorry, I was totally.
Okay, can we go back?
Diminished chord.
There's a diminished chord. That's really cool to point out.
Sorry.
Wait, I think it's earlier.
Oh, but that moment.
Yeah, that's a great moment, but we'll get to it. Yeah. Oh man, that's so tasty.
This song for me gets more and more tasty.
Yeah.
Longer. Like I like the chorus for one specific reason, but the guitar parallel. I don't know the intervals. So the vocals start off.
Hello, goodbye.
Yeah. The vocals start off da 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 da, and then it gets passed to the guitar, and then the vocals come back in. So it's trading off, and the guitar is playing. Isn't it parallel like fifths?
Man, I'm not sure.
I can't tell.
The thing with this pre-chorus that makes me feel a little is that all the notes, are in the C major scale. It's very diatonic, but for some reason, all the notes just kind of blend together. They're just like, it's like, are there chords? There are chords, but like, I don't know. It's very monochromatic for me. It's like, it's just one color for me. Like, with the 10% synesthesia that I sometimes rarely have, this is the one where it's just like, it's just one color. It's just like, with other songs, each chord makes me feel a different mood. This is just one mood where I feel like it should be so colorful, but it just feels so one color.
I think it's all because it's same dynamic and same smooth texture.
Yeah, and it's not a very bright color. It's one of those really just sort of slightly dull colors. Yeah.
It's like a darker version of the title. I picture it like pinkish dark.
Like maybe like a maroon, a little brighter than a maroon for me. Yeah.
Okay.
And they even use a minor 4 there, but I don't feel any impact.
Harmonies. I feel like the guitar at times is the one that's doing like a third below the main vocal melody.
Okay, this is gonna sound bad. I always draw connections to other songs, and this is always subconscious. My brain, it always makes like, why don't I like this chorus? It's great. But then I realized this is a simple and less interesting version of that one Ijin Ah duet with the guy with the cartoon, with the animated music video. Da da da. Da da dee dee da dee da 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 da.
Yeah.
The one that makes
I don't know. I'm not singing the right key, but da 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 da.
Yeah. Da da da. Da da dee dee da dee da da.
Starry Night.
Starry Night. Because of the way it lands back to the song, da 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 da. The way that
but
rhythmically
that's jazz.
works. It is jazz, but the chord progression is similar enough, and the rhythmic. Yeah, the melodic content, it just makes me think of it. I don't even try to think of it, but I just can't help but think of it, and I'm like, Yeah, it is jazz, but it just makes me think of it. And I think this is just so much more plain compared to that.
Well, I cannot compare those two songs. They're super different for me. Yeah. Ace. Like with the bass, I like what the moments when they decide to cut off the note and like have a little bit of silence, or just constantly just slur on to the next few notes. It's tasty.
There's the diminished. Okay. Remember that post-chorus in Hi Hello? It's da da da. This is that for me. I just think this is so bland.
Okay.
but for some reason the one in Hi Hello just works. I think everything from the chorus to that part is quite forgettable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
weird, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's spicy. This part.
I think actually the pre-chorus is my favorite part because
Really?
like I've talked about with the past songs is you've got these vocal harmonies or vocal line in the background doing absolutely nothing the same.
Yeah.
As in I still can't figure out exactly what it's doing.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna keep going back to the song until I can sing the exact notes that the background vocals are doing.
It's definitely a very unique part, but yeah, again, it's that.
Almost like polyphonic.
Yeah, it is. I think it is.
It is polyphonic.
Like polytonal almost, or like, it is polyphonic. No, it's
and
polyphonic.
what we mean by polyphonic is so when rhythms line up, that's monophonic. When things are moving at the exact same time, monophonic. But polyphonic means they not lining up at all because it's two completely separate rhythms.
Yeah, it sounds It sounds like counterpoint, as in like they're instead of we have melody and accompaniment, and with accompaniment, we hear a bass line, we can still kind of dictate it, and we're like, oh, that bass line's really interesting, but it's still very much the accompaniment. With like what you mean by polyphonic is that everything feels like a melody, but everything feels like it also could be an accompaniment. Like that bass line in that part, yeah, it feels like it's moving just as actively as all the other parts. But for some reason, that's the reason I'm just like, it's really bland.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of applied chords. I mean, no. A lot of first inversions. I'm sorry. Too many.
First inversions?
Yeah. That bridge is all first inversions. No.
Yeah.
I mean pre-chorus. That pre-chorus is all first.
But that's why it feels so floating and so.
Yeah, and
back.
sometimes I compliment first inversions, but this is one. It's a case by case basis, and I think that's very interesting.
So this one part during the chorus, na 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 na. I feel like they really are on the back of the beat at that part. Da 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 da. So beautiful. Background vocals again.
Oh, here we go again.
Jay's voice is dark chocolate. Rich. Young K is rich white chocolate. Just so smooth. They can navigate through, like, sliding through notes, just thick as honey, smooth as chocolate. Boom.
Yeah, I gotta go first this time.
Okay.
I think this is their blandest song.
So this is 12.
This is 12.
This is 12?
Yes.
Okay.
This is 12. And our little debate about the pre-chorus almost convinced me to move it higher and switch it with number 11, which was I Loved You. But at the end of the day, it just, if there's one I would skip more often, it would be this one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one for me is 9.
Yay!
Because
So you
yes,
still have an
it
8.
is simple, but that pre-chorus and that bridge, the vocals in this song really, really get me. And this is one that I actually I don't sing along with because I just want to hear their beautiful voices that's why it's slightly higher on the list.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I bet it's much harder for you to make this list because you love all of them.
It's really
That's
hard.
The thing.
It's really hard. It's.
And you've spent so much time with them, you know.
Yeah. Y'all. If I have my earbuds in, it's most likely I'm
feel
listening to
that shit,
Day6.
Kevin. Thank you. That's so funny. I just singled that comment out because it's so funny.
All alone. Okay, so you have number 10 and number
4.
4.
That's it. What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think
I
all
know,
of
I
them's
know,
a good
I know.
song?
Yes, because you loved it when you first heard it, unless your opinion has changed.
This is another one I forgot.
Oh.
That I ever reacted
Okay, so
to.
when I showed this to him for the first time, asking whether he thought it was react worthy or not, he was like, that chord progression. I think I tweeted about it a while ago. And he was like, this chord progression is brilliant. Ah! So
Wow.
we'll see if this still...
I said that?
Yeah. Oh. But are you acting right now, or are you...
Let's begin. I mean, you know, once we talk about the song, I can't hide.
Offbeat. We're starting the melody on 2.
It's 4.
No. 1.
Oh, I thought you mean
da.
chord. Chord. 4 chord, second beat.
2, 3, 4, 1.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's such a subtle thing, but once you notice it, you realize how brilliant it is.
Oh.
And the
Chord
acoustic
progression.
guitar.
Oh.
The guitar.
Well, I've told this to you before, but since you forgot your first reaction, maybe you don't remember. But they record this, acoustic guitar, bells, like toy bells, and like a toy tambourine. They recorded this on this stuff. Do you remember me saying that?
I don't remember you saying that, but I definitely, anyone can hear the bells.
Chord progression, so good. We're slowly thickening the texture, slowly. Harmony is now in the background. Harmonies. Still so gentle, which the bells, helps.
I mean, this melody is barely a melody. It's just an octave, you know. But the instruments do all the work here. And
also harmonies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the instruments, they determine the harmonies too. So.
Still starting on B2.
That vocal delivery is pretty tear-jerking.
It's a squeeze.
And how about that? The second verse is half as long. They only go through half the verse, and then they go straight to the bridge, which makes that.
You mean pre-chorus?
Oh yeah. This stream is getting very long, but I'll try to hold it in. Yeah. When it goes to the pre-chorus, it's such a shocking chord change. And when they cut the length of the second verse by half, it brings the same shock value.
I love
I don't know how this chord progression works. It makes no sense to me.
And like the single notes on like the toy xylophone is just so it's so gentle and dainty.
I think they changed the chord the second time. Yes, they changed from so first time they go from D major to D major 7. Second time they go from D, but then they go to 2. So they go to the predominant and then back to D major 7.
And the guitar?
Just the entire instrumental section. So the guitar, yeah.
Ooh, let's hear that again.
There's the dominant 7. This is the minor quality.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, no. I lied. It's not A minor. It's just a suspension. It's an additional suspension. It is different. It's a D sus, not a D dominant 7.
Sus.
You know?
Suspension. Sus.
And yet they use the same chord progression again, but it's still. Huh?
No, this is exciting.
Oh, okay. But it still sounds fresh.
This part, when I'm listening to tracks, sometimes I can't tell who's doing the background vocals. I think it's usually Young K. And most of the time I hear like Young K doing like a bunch of harmonies, and oftentimes I feel though it's either Young K backing everyone or it's that person backing themselves. And so this section, the fact that it's clearly One Pure and Young K, I love it. Because then that means they can perform it live.
Yeah.
Better perform it live. Better. So, third chorus, this is the first time, instead of going to falsetto, they full head voice it out! And so that's how they make the third chorus varied from all the others, is that just in dynamic level.
Yes.
Sungjin. He manages to make it just so gentle, even though it's like.
I can barely tell if it's falsetto or head voice. It's like his voice just sounds so pure when he goes there.
Hey. I really, really enjoy this song. I think like this is one of the more, other than the acapella section and I'll Try, this is, and then my obsession with Lean on Me. This is my third, I guess, favorite, or maybe first favorite song with harmonies, the vocal harmonies.
Oh, vocal harmonies.
Sorry, vocal harmonies.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Okay, so your ranking is?
Yay, I mean, come on.
Is this your number 4?
This is my number 4.
Yeah.
I think this song, more than any other song, shows that Day6 they're masters of atmosphere. You know, they feel like it is okay to just have a single octave be the main thing that drives the chorus, but because they pick these unique instrumentals, these unique instruments for the band, it works so well, and it creates a vibe that we haven't heard from them thus far. But yeah, I can't wait to see.
Well.
Yeah, it makes me think that they're still able to surprise us with every new release. These are the moments where I'm like, wow, I can't wait for what they do next, because there is a next. With some groups, you're not sure if there is a next, because they explore similar sounds. They explore very mainstream sounds, and you're just never sure if their comeback is going to surprise you or not.
Right.
With Day6, you always have a feeling that they're gonna do something. Yeah.
Number 5 for me.
Yes.
Yep. Hey, we were right. Yep. It's brilliant. It's a freaking beautiful song, and it's like, simplistic in texture, but yet so much to listen to. So much to listen to.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gee, I wonder what ranking this last one is. What's the one you're missing?
I'm missing
8.
8.
Yeah.
8. I'm missing number 8.
So Voila. But since they're not keeping track, we can still wait till after the song.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Some of them might be keeping track.
Yeah.
Ready and...
Thanks for all of you who stayed with us the entire time. My goodness. Yeah. Look, the chord progression's pretty good here. It's chromatic. Well, yeah, but...
Then we've got this guitar coming in, playing the exact same thing as Jay, singing. Yes!
That's a good syncopation.
One feels falsetto, anyone? I love the syncopation, yeah.
This is what makes the song higher. That chord, the secondary dominance in the minor.
I just like all the secondary dominant in the chord progression.
Yeah, it's a great chord progression.
It's like this chord progression feels so recognizable, but
it is so recognizable, yeah.
It's still a little bit spicy.
So I think the chord progression overall is very spicy, but the melody is merely a good Day6 melody.
Okay.
It's not a great Day6 melody.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it because I can sing and harmonize to it.
Yeah.
It's just, and it fits the vibe of an ending song so well, because, you know, December. And I think it's beautiful.
It does feel like December.
Like, the very first time when I reacted to it, I was just analyzing it, so I didn't really feel anything. But the second time around, I started crying. Like, I didn't film this, but, like, I actually started crying listening to this, and I think they captured their ending, reminiscing, but, you know, happy, sad vibe really well.
Yeah.
I admit, though, I like the chorus a lot more than the verse.
Yes. Like the falling motion, that's pretty cool, but it's just pretty cool. It's all right.
I almost, like, the first time I listened to it, I thought it was very separate from the chorus. I felt like it could have been two different songs, almost.
And I might not feel it the same way, but... Dun dun. There's syncopation on the bass.
So we do have vocals, but it's just outlining the guitar part. We have nothing really outlining the actual vocal melody right now, because they're very standing alone on the melodies of this part. There are some, it's interesting to see when Day6 uses vocal harmonies versus vocal background vocals, vocal harmonies versus background vocals in their songs. I think it makes it more dramatic, the fact that they don't have harmonies. Still driving. We don't get like a dip. We don't get
This
like
is a feel-good bridge, but I don't think it goes beyond that too much. It's a feel-good bridge. Yeah. Oh, it's a good chord.
I'll be fine.
Another good chord.
And beautiful long note from Jay with some vibrato at the end. Strings. This is a song that I wish had vocal, like maybe at least
more vocal harmony. Yeah, this is definitely one. Yeah.
So I itch to add thirds.
This could easily be Letting Go round 2. Maybe not as great as Letting Go, but with some vocal harmonies, it'll be closer.
Oh, it's good. And then reminiscing fade out.
Yeah. Oh, is it gonna? Oh yeah, it is a fade out.
Because they're saying we're not ending now, ladies and gents.
Yep.
This is merely the ending of a beginning. Wait, what's that saying?
This is
the beginning of an end.
Or like the end is a new beginning. That's one that they say. They say they mix and match it.
Quoting Fruits Basket.
Yo, we are going to the Toronto concert.
Goodbyes. After goodbye comes hello. Hi, hello.
Oh my God.
Sorry. So this is your number 10 and my number 8.
Yes.
Cause I think I love the vibe. I love singing along to it, and I love the chord progression. But it felt like it just needed a little bit more here and there.
Yes.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. So do you guys want us to go over the order?
Let's go over the order from bottom to top. Now that we have all of it, it's comfortable to go bottom to top. Should I go first?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this is the final ranking, guys. Oh my gosh.
That's gonna change tomorrow for me, probably.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe in a year or a few months this will change. Maybe by the next live show it'll change.
Yeah, you never know, depending on, because also our opinions are changed from the mixing sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes their phrasing live makes a song stand out more.
Oh, I will say, I think I like Still from the Shoot Me album more than any of these songs. Still is that good for me.
Oh, holy shit.
Yep.
More Than I Wait?
Yes.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yes. It's the long ballad that I wish could never end. And even though you say, the verse is not as memorable, I think the whole song is just memorable. And it hits me so hard.
And that one dun doesn't...
No.
Oh my gosh. No. It's so cringy for me. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, your
order.
All right,
here we go.
Woo.
Okay, we have okay, I smell it. Okay, number 12, When You Loved Someone. Number 11, I Loved You. Number 10, I Like You. I like it. I love it. From Snipe. Number 9, What Can I Do? Number 8, I Smile. Number 7, I'm Serious. Number 6, Dance Dance. Number 5, How Can I Say? Number 4, All Alone. Number 3, Hi Hello. Number 2, I Wait. And number 1, You Were Beautiful. Oh, that is a list.
That is quite the list. Oh my God, my order is totally gonna change like tomorrow. Because after hearing your opinion on songs too, I feel like...
Oh, maybe. Well, I appreciate that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so as of this very second, but may change in like 10 seconds. 12 is Hi Hello. 11 is I'm Serious. 10 is You Were Beautiful. 9 is When You Love Someone. 8 is I Like You. 7 is I Loved You. 6 is How Can I Say? 5 is All Alone. 4 is What Can I Do? 3 is I Smile. 2 is I Wait. And 1 is Dance Dance with Me.
Wow.
Dance with me. And yes, so November 9th we'll be going to the Toronto concert. I have high touch. So, I guess I'll tell you this. I had a dream that I met Day6 last night. I had so many dreams and I remembered every single one. But last night I had a dream that we went to a Day6 concert and there was a fan sign, not a high touch. And I clearly remember what every single person did. So Sungjin was just like, it looked like he was half asleep and he just super blank and he just kept like waiting for me to say something. And I was like, oh, my name is Emma. And then he wrote a cursive E and like a really capital big fancy M and then like a really small M and then a capital A on whatever the hell I gave him. And then I can't quite remember the order, but then like Jay was like, Emma, hey! And I was like, I tried to like compliment every single person. So like, Sungjin, I complimented his guitar playing and his amazing texture of a voice. And then like Wonpil, I was like, wow, your belting and falsetto is so beautiful. Except, oh yeah, Wonpil didn't understand what I was saying. He was like, what? I don't get what you're saying, blah, blah. And I was like, your voice, you're saying, like I had to try, like, blah, like explain what I was saying. And then Jay was like, I recognize you. And then I was like, wait, how do you know my real name is Emma? Oh, fun fact, my real name is Emma. And then I was like, yeah, I think your songwriting is really good. Thank you so much. We'll try to keep reacting to you in the future, blah, 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 and have a wonderful concert, etc. And then Do-woon. Oh, no, it was Do-woon who didn't understand. Wait, I'm mixing up my dream. Do-woon, I was like,
Dreams are hard.
And it was Wonpil who recognized me, and Jay was like, oh yeah, I translate your reactions out loud.
Oh my goodness. Sorry ears.
Of the members, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, Young K, I just started like freaking out because he's my bias. A lot of people are asking us who our biases are. Yeah, Trace. Young K is my bias, and so I was just trying to like overwhelm him with compliments.
I don't know who my bias is yet.
After last year's concert, his bias was Sungjin.
Oh, yeah.
Before it was Wonpil. But anyway, so I think that's just my brain because I'm freaking out because I really want to say things to the members when I'm like high touching them in November. And during my sleep, I think I was rehearsing what I'd say. Because like there's, specific things that I want to touch on. Like your songwriting is brilliant, your melodies, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great way to end this, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite, it felt so real too. And we were sitting at but the weird thing is that, okay, here's the stage and the seats were like this. So here's the stage and the seats were like this. You know how seats are supposed to be like this, but the seats were like this. And they were all purple. and we couldn't see, here's the stage and we were seated facing this way. So we had to go and sneak down and sit in seats over here.
That's how we do it.
So I'm sorry, but we stole somebody's seat in my dream. Yeah, so this
was a time.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and yes, this is going to be uploaded right after we finish it. Yeah.
Woo.
Subscribe to J6. Thanks for
watching.
Yeah, joining us.
Bye.
We're gonna call it a night.
Yes.
Bye. Oh. Oops.